If you are thinking about starting a fintech company in Nigeria, this video could save you millions of naira and it could save you months of delay also. Today, I'm breaking down everything you need to know about the Central Bank of Nigeria, that is CBN licenses, the real cost, the hidden fees, and the mistakes that could kill your startup before it even begins. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Isaac. I've spent several years as a software engineer in Nigeria's fintech space, so I understand the ecosystem and the regulations that come with it. In this video, I will walk you through the specific license you need, how much it will cost, and the smartest way to get approved. So let's dive in. Here's the truth. You cannot legally operate a fintech in Nigeria without the right CBN license, period. Whether you want to create the next pay stack, create a digital wallet like OPay, or start a simple POS business, the Central Bank of Nigeria requires you to be licensed. And here's what most entrepreneurs don't realize. The type of license you need depends on three things: what service you offer, how you move money, and whether you hold customer funds. Get this wrong and you could spend years applying for the wrong license. Get it right and you could be processing payments within months. The CBN currently issues 7 main types of fintech licenses. Each one has different costs, different requirements, and different opportunities. Let's start with one of the common licenses, the Payment Solution Service Provider License, or PSSP. This is perfect if you want to build payment gateways, create checkout systems for websites, or offer merchant API services to other businesses. Companies like Remita use this type of license. It allows you to provide back-end payment processing services between banks, merchants, and consumers. But here's what it doesn't allow. You cannot hold customer funds, you cannot create digital wallets. You are basically providing the technical infrastructure that just helps these payments flow smoothly. Now let's talk money. The minimum capital requirement is 100 million naira. That's money that your company must have as paid up share capital. The application fee is 100,000 naira and this is non-refundable. Even if they reject your application, this money is gone. You also need to deposit 100 million naira into a CBN escrow account. This money is refundable after your license has been issued, but it must be paid in full in one lump sum. So the total upfront cost for a PSSP license is around 200 million naira plus the 100,000 naira application fee. The second license is the Payment Terminal Service Provider License, or PTSP. This is for companies that want to deploy and manage POS terminals across Nigeria. Think of businesses that place those card machines in shops, restaurants, and markets. The capital requirements are exactly the same as PSSP: 100 million naira minimum capital, 100,000 naira application fee, and 100 million naira refundable escrow deposit. The big difference is what you are allowed to do. Instead of providing online payments APIs, you are deploying and maintaining physical point of sale terminals. You need special certifications like PCI DSS and PADSS compliance. You will also need detailed rollout plans showing where you will place terminals, and you need technical agreements with banks and payment processors. This is both a hardware and software focused business. Now we are getting to the big leagues: the switching and processing license. This is for companies that want to handle the core infrastructure of Nigeria's payment system. Companies like Paystack, Flutterwave, InterSwitch operate with this type of license. With this license, you can process transactions between banks, handle card processing, provide clearing and settlement services, and serve as payment gateways for major businesses. You are basically building the infrastructure that connects banks, wallets, and payment platforms across Nigeria. But the cost is massive. The minimum capital requirement is 2 billion naira. Yes, you heard that right, 2 billion naira. On top of that, you need to deposit another 2 billion naira into a CBN escrow account. This is refundable after your license is issued, but it's still 2 billion naira that you cannot touch during the application process. The application fee is also 100,000 naira. So the total upfront cost for a switching and processing license is over 4 billion naira plus the application fee. You will also need a PCI DSS certification, comprehensive disaster recovery plans, detailed risk management frameworks, and formal agreements with banks and merchants. This is serious infrastructure business. You are not building consumer apps, you are building the systems that other fintechs and businesses depend upon. Next, we have the Mobile Money Operator License. This license is for digital wallet platforms. This is the license you need if you want to create digital wallets offer mobile banking services, or compete with companies like OPay and Paga. With this license, you can hold customer funds, you can offer digital wallets, you can facilitate money transfers, you can enable bill payments, you can basically run a comprehensive mobile money platform. The capital requirements are exactly the same as switching and processing. 2 billion naira minimum capital, 2 billion naira CBN escrow deposit, and 100,000 naira application fee. So again, you are looking at over 4 billion naira in upfront costs. You also need a detailed 5-year business plan, strong KYC and anti-money laundering procedures, data protection policies, and agreements with telecom companies and banks. This is why only well-funded companies like OPay and Paga can afford to become mobile money operators in Nigeria. The next type of license is the payment service banks. Payment service banks are designed to serve Nigeria's unbanked population, especially in rural areas. With this license, you can accept deposits, transfer funds, operate savings products, and issue debit cards. But you cannot give loans or provide credit facilities. The minimum capital requirement is 5 billion naira, and that's even higher than mobile money operators and switching companies. There's also a special requirement. At least 25% of your banking agents must be located in rural or underserved areas. This license is specifically meant to extend financial services to people who don't have access to traditional banking. The application process is more complex because you are essentially becoming a specialized bank. You need detailed business plans, experienced management teams, strong compliance systems, and comprehensive operational frameworks. The CBN may also require additional administrative and inspection fees during the review process. This can add hundreds of thousands to your total costs. This is for companies that want to focus specifically on financial inclusion, not general fintech services. The next type of license is the super agent license, which is designed for companies that want to manage networks of smaller agents rather than serve customers directly. This license allows you to create and manage extensive agent networks for financial services. Think of companies that recruit and manage thousands of POS agents across Nigeria, or platforms that coordinate field agents and kiosks in rural areas. The minimum capital requirement varies depending on your operational scope, but it is often 50 million naira or more. This makes it the most affordable entry point for entrepreneurs who want to start in the fintech space. You need to demonstrate a solid operational structure, risk control systems, and signed agreements with both your agents and financial institution partners. The application fee is typically lower than other licenses, and it's a good option if you want to build a distribution network for financial services without providing the core banking or payment infrastructure yourself. It's particularly useful for reaching underserved markets where traditional banks and fintech companies don't have a strong presence. Lastly, we have the CBN regulatory sandbox. This is perfect for early stage startups. If you are testing innovative financial products that don't clearly fall under existing license categories, the sandbox allows you to operate under CBN supervision without full licensing requirements. And this is the best part of it: no capital deposit is required during the testing phase. The application process takes about 45 to 60 business days for approval. This is a smart way to validate your business model and prove your concept before committing to the massive cost of full licensing. Still figuring out exactly what your fintech will do? Start with the sandbox. Test your idea, gather data, and then apply for the appropriate full license once you are ready to scale. I would like to quickly talk about the cost that most people don't budget for. And first will be legal and compliance consulting fees. You will need lawyers, regulatory experts, and compliance advisors to help you navigate the application process. Budget at least 2 to 10 million naira for professional services. Don't even try to cut corners here. Poor documentation is one of the main reasons applications get rejected. Second is technology and operational cost. The CBN requires you to have proper IT security tools, KYC software, internal monitoring systems, employee training programs, data protection policies, and compliant physical offices before they approve your license. This can cost about 5 to 50 million naira depending on your skill. Third, annual renewal and ongoing compliance costs. Every license must be renewed annually. Renewal fees are typically over 1 million naira per year. You also need to maintain monthly or quarterly compliance reports, regular audits, and ongoing security upgrades. Fourth is the time cost. Most licenses take 12 to 18 months from start to finish. That's 12 to 18 months where your capital is tied up and you are paying expenses without generating revenue. So that's all about it. I think it's important that every business owner or anyone who is trying to start a fintech company take note of these hidden costs that are there and also budget for them. So that brings us to the end of the video. If it helped you understand CBN licensing cost, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more premium content. Do you have questions about specific license types? Drop them in the comment below. I read every comment and I will answer the best questions in future videos or even in the comment section. If you are serious about starting in fintech in Nigeria, consider this as your wake-up call. Start preparing now. The market won't wait for you to figure it out. So thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye for now.